shipping when you call right now.
You heard it. This offer won't last long. So call Proactive Plus now and you'll receive a 60-day risk-free trial of Proactive Plus, 2 free extras, and free shipping. Call 800-566-4017. This is our exclusive radio offer, never on TV. Get your risk-free 60-day trial of Proactive Plus with free shipping. That's right, free shipping. Don't wait. Call 800-566-4017. That's 800-566-4017.
On the 77 WABC app, Larry Kudlow.
I need a presidential candidate in either party to speak out instead of wimping and cowering as they are all doing.
From Wall Street to Washington, Larry Kudlow. Saturdays 10 a.m. before Joan Hamburg. Live, local, on it, where New York comes to talk. 77 WABC.
It's the holiday season.
The holidays are a time to reflect, to rest, and to gather around the radio to listen to 77 WABC's special 10 to noon offerings. On the 29th and 30th, Larry Kudlow looks at the year ahead. Then, it's the start of a special 2-day 2016 prediction special. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, Above and Beyond's Thomas John and Laura Smith read you live. What's coming for your business, your relationships, your life, your mind blown.
While the merry bells keep ringing.
Happy holidays from 77 WABC. 77 WABC. The following program does not necessarily reflect the views of WABC Radio.
Hey girl, what's up? I know, it's 1 a.m., so what are we doing? Oh yeah, let's totally go to that place. I love that place. Wait a minute. What is that? No, shut up for a second. There's like a light in the sky.
It's the Frankie Russo show. What's going on here?
Something. Oh no. Oh my god, it's getting closer. Oh my god, it's gonna hit me! It's an angel. Really? Oh my god, it's Frankie Russo. Yep, it's Frankie. I know, I thought he was a janitor at the local boxing gym too.
I guess you're half right. What's up, girl? Oh no! I did it again! I messed up my coordinate system!
Hey guys, it's the Frankie Russo show, and here's Frankie!
How you doing out there? How you doing? Welcome to RussoNation.tv, home of America's Team Today. And guess what? This is yours truly, Frankie Russo. Woo! Got a great show for you tonight. Great show. Special shout out, Merry Christmas! That's what I'm talking about. 800-848-9222. You know, I'm going to read something now with the New York Post. I want to, just, what's the true meaning of Christmas? You know what I'm saying? I love the festivities. I'm going to read this right from the New York Post. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shine around about them, and they were afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, and goodwill toward them. And they came with haste, and found Mary and Joseph, and the babe lying in the manger. This was Luke chapter 2, verses 1 to 20 approximately. But that's what I'm talking about. We can't forget Christ. We can't forget Christ. Okay? 800-848-9222. Donald Trump updates. Let me tell you something, everybody. Donald Trump is here to stay. They said back in the summer he would be gone already. He's climbing in the polls. They had these leading experts on Fox News. They had the social media down to a science. And they're claiming that Donald Trump's numbers are understated, at least 6 points. That's what I'm talking about. We got to get DT in the White House, Donald Trump. We got to stop this cycle of retreads, whether Democrats or Republicans. We got to stop this recycling of these establishment politicians from Bush to Clinton, to these politicians that take selfies with Obama, to the freshman senators, to people who have no experience whatsoever at managing something as big as the United States government. 800-848-9222. Social media, Twitter and Facebook. Send me a shout out, a message, or whatever you're thinking about live. I'll shout it out live. Live internet stream, Facebook, Frankie Russo Show. Frankie Russo video YouTube channel. Tell your friends. And a new Frankie Russo initiative. Help America's team. Help the men and women of the United States Armed Forces. Special shout out, Howard Sherman. Crowdfunding buzz. We're getting ready for 2016. We're going to raise $50,000 for the men and women of the United States Armed Forces. We're going to help them fight this post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm telling you, it's a problem. It's inducing a tremendous amounts of suicide among our men and women of the United States Armed Forces. Crazy stuff. And then we got the Frankie Russo pre-show for the Frankie Russo show number 96, man. Crazy stuff. This is my, next week is 16. This is my last show in 2015. That's what I'm talking about. So before we kick to some calls, I just want to, it came to my attention some crazy stuff going on with this San Bernardino thing. You know what I mean? The British Muslim family banned from entering the United States this week were on their way to meet relatives in California. And they prayed at the same mosque as the terrorists Saeed Farouk and Tashfeen Malik. They were the ones that murdered the 14 Americans in San Bernardino. Now you say to yourself, so what, Frankie Russo? Who cares? Why bring that up? You know what I'm saying? It's like, so what? They prayed there, right? But remember Philip Haney from last week? We talked about Philip Haney, the D.C. whistleblower who was originally with the Department of Homeland Security. He talked about this mosque as well, the Darloom Mosque. Now, according to all reports, this Darloom Mosque is the Army of Darkness, and it has indirectly been involved in numerous terrorist cases. And what's been happening, basically, and it's been going on now for quite some time, we have these terrorist attacks here, and we have, unfortunately, some of these stealth jihadists, these stealth radical Islamists who are maybe not actually doing the terrorist act, but sympathize with these radical Islamists. And what they do is they're stealth and they use our freedoms against us, our civil liberties against us. And in this instance, this gentleman, Mahmoud, I got it right, he had his brother and 9 children. They were trying to go to Disneyland and this Darloom Mosque. And it came up, his brother came up positive for terrorism. And so the British authorities, and believe it or not, based on all the stuff that we exposed last week on the Homeland Security Agency, they stopped this British Muslim family from coming here. So, I don't know if this is a sign of of this Homeland Security, which had 72 employees on terror watch lists, and we went through a few of them last week. I don't know if that's a sign of them trying to do their job, quite frankly, and protecting the American people, or if that's just something of a window dressing type of thing. I don't know yet, because there's also reports that they're talking about some sort of planned deportation of illegal immigrants, of illegal aliens, by the Obama-Clinton administration. I don't know how true that is. But this is the stuff we got to watch over here, because, quite frankly, as you know, and I spoke about it last week, the surveillance in New York City, because I'm segueing into the NYPD intelligence unit. This NYPD is an amazing group, and they have a tremendous fight on their hands, as you saw with the FBI had in San Bernardino. The NYPD in 2007, I'm going to get the calls in a minute. In 2007, had put out this thing called Muslim mapping, and they were able to map with tremendous certainty, with tremendous statistical significance, where a lot of these radical Islamists might be. And we talked about one last week that came in from Florida, and only due to the mapping of 2007, they were able to thwart the guy, and they got him because he was coming here to survey and case the land over here in New York City, and whether he was plotting to blow up some big places over here in New York. And because of the Muslim mapping, as I spoke last week, they were able to streamline it to the point where they got the gentleman going back to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. They got him off his they got him right off his transportation. So we have to watch this, because the NYPD came out with this situation, and it's called the radicalization in the West, and they got it down to pre-radicalization. They got it down to like a 4-stage step before these Islamists: pre-radicalization, self-identification, indoctrination, and jihadization, before they get down to where they got these guys. They got it down to a total science, this radicalization in the West, right? Now, I'm going through this report today, and it bothered me, because like last week when we spoke about, or 2 weeks ago when we spoke about the House Select Homeland Security Committee, and it talked about how ISIS is growing, and Obama's telling us that ISIS is not Islamic. It's telling us how much of a threat, because they've been infiltrated in Europe with the Paris attacks, how much an actual threat since Britain was infiltrated, that the threat to the homeland over here has grown even more so. And contrary to the comments of Obama, the stealth jihadists, who I believe, based on statistical significant investigation, fraudulent selective service card, statistically significant, nobody wants to go there. We have a Muslim from Indonesia, a.k.a. Barry Soetoro. And it's the only thing that makes sense with all this stuff that's going on, from his symposiums in the White House, where he shut down the White House for his violent extremism symposiums, to this now. According to this NYPD report, and then I'm going to kick to some calls, the full radicalization of a Western individual or groups of individuals doesn't always result in the committing of a terrorist act in the West. According to the findings of this report, which was very well documented, in 2007, Ray Kelly was the police commissioner. Many fully radicalized individuals have first looked to conduct jihad by becoming holy warriors and fighting conflicts overseas. So that's what's happening now with Somalia and Minnesota, and now we got the Syrian refugees coming over here, filling out applications and not really being, with full disclosure, claiming to be what they really are, radical Islamists. So we have to watch this now. And now since they dismantled this Muslim mapping situation, which has stopped many of terrorist attacks, they're not surveilling the us anymore. Crazy stuff. 800-848-9222. I'm going to kick to...
I'm Donald Trump, candidate for president.
Okay, good.
And I approve this message. All talk and no action politicians have let us down, and America is in deep trouble. But I'm going to change that. First, I'm self-funding my campaign. I'm not taking special interest money. And I've called on other candidates to disavow their super PACs, but none of them have done it, which means they'll be puppets for lobbyists, donors, and special interests. I'll negotiate new trade deals, and those deals, along with my plans to cut taxes for the middle class and businesses, will bring American jobs back right here where they belong. I'll rebuild our military and make it so strong that no one will ever mess with us. We'll stop illegal immigration, and yes, we will build a wall, and Mexico will pay for it. I'm the only candidate running who can't be bought. I'll do what the politicians won't. I'll produce. We will make America great again.
We're pumping the Trump tonight, baby!
Listen up. Donald Trump, alright? Hey, pump the Trump, pump the Trump, pump the Trump.
Welcome to the boardroom.
Pump the Trump, pump the Trump, pump the Trump. Yo, Donald Trump, it is what it is. You can love him or hate him, but the game is all his.
Hey, listen. We gotta go with DT Donald Trump over here. He will break the cycle of these retreads, of these freshman senators, of politicians that really don't know what they're doing.
You're fired.
Quite frankly. Let's kick to Johnny in the Bronx. What's poppin', Johnny?
Frankie, baby.
What's up, my brother? Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Frank, to you and to everybody. And Frankie, baby, there is nothing wrong with this country that 100 million Americans singing Onward Christian Soldiers couldn't fix. Folks, the enemy is within America. Every enemy of America has their people in here. And if you went to any of our greatest...
Unfortunately, you're right.
Right. If you went to any of our greatest military strategists through the years, take your pick, George Washington, MacArthur, Patton, any one of these guys, and you told them the enemy was going to be in America, mixing in with the civilians, you would turn their world upside down. The establishment, their criteria has always been, Frank, no matter what happens, the borders are going to swing wide open. It's only up to the American people now to demand what has to be done. We should not be putting up with this nonsense. We just lost a great New York City detective overseas, 14 years after the attack.
That's right. Very bad. Very
Detective
bad.
Lem. That's unfortunate.
In Afghanistan. Afghanistan.
In Afghanistan, right. But I'm saying we've been 14 years after the attack here. This should not go on. This should not be taking place. We should not be losing our great Americans because we don't want to do, America doesn't want to do what's right to end this war. Frank, the key thing is they keep telling you, oh, it's going to take a long time. Folks, that's the key term to know that means that they're not going to, the war is never going to end, folks, because the borders...
So who do you like? You like Donald Trump?
I'm telling you right now, you know what I like right now? The issues, Frank. I want.
Yeah, but we got to get some... You're right. I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. You're 100% right. But what are we going to do?
I want the issues addressed. I want these issues addressed, what's going on inside this country. It's unacceptable for 343 firemen to be murdered on the same day, and these animals are flying planes into buildings.
It's crazy.
I'm telling you right now, the American people have also lost their backbone, too. It's not only the politicians. That's why I'm saying the issues right now are the most important thing. We get the right person in there, maybe something could be done. You don't know how they're going to be swayed, Frank.
Absolutely, Johnny.
Get more callers in. Get more callers in.
Thank you for the call, my brother. Thank you. 800-848-9222. Johnny's right, you know. I think Donald Trump's the guy. That's my opinion. You know, everybody's entitled to your opinion. This is America. And, you know, with the grace of God, we'll know the beginning in the first quarter of next year. 800-848-9222. Let's go to my brother from Penn State University. We got Scott. I know you got a book, Scott. I know I didn't, unfortunately, I didn't actually do a present promotion of your book, and I apologize for that. I've just been so busy with the holidays and everything. What's up, Scott? How you doing, my brother?
Hey, Frankie, it's Felix.
Oh, it's Felix. Oh, how you doing, man?
Okay. Yeah, hey, how you doing?
Good. I thought I was going with Scott. What's up?
Fröhliche Weihnacht. That's German for Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too, my brother. And let's not forget the true meaning of Christmas, no?
Yeah, exactly right. That was great the way you opened up your show.
What's up, my brother?
I was You know, I actually wanted to comment on our ruling class. You know, how they're getting nervous, how all these guys are spouting the same thing. They're saying, oh, well, we need to elect someone who knows how to govern and who knows how to rule. You know, you keep hearing those words from them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of crazy, right? We have
Of
these
course.
these politics.
They say that someone who doesn't have the experience, they're not going to know what to do.
Well, you know, quite frankly, and this has been my problem. And, you know, I once and for all, I believe that everybody, you know, we spoke about this last week, and I don't want to get into the vetting process.
Right.
You know, we've already talked about it. I've been talking about it for shows and shows, that we should have a 3-pronged vetting process. And this way, we don't have to deal with this stuff anymore. We'd have the Congress weigh in, let the Congress weigh in, and say who's eligible to run and who's not. Instead, we went through the 7 years of Obama. We don't know who this guy is, where he's from. If I ask a question, I'm a Bertha, I'm a racist, I'm a Zionist, I'm a Guido, I'm a Guinea. You know what happened last week? Now, I take calls till like 4 in the morning, you know, and you're one of the guys that stay online, and we talk about all the different things. A chick gets on, you know, she's a nice lady. I'm talking to her offline. I give her some time. She says to me, did you graduate from grammar school? I said, you know, I'm laughing. You know, what am I going to say, right? She's an older lady. I listen, right? She says to me, you know, I don't want to call you a Guido. I don't want to call you Guido. I'm going to call you a Gavon. I said, ma'am, in all due respect, I'm going to agree to disagree with you. And Merry Christmas and God bless. You know what she said to me? You're not the Pope.
Oh, jeez, Frank. Can you believe that?
So I'm like, you know, hey, listen, I'm Frankie Russo. Let me hate me kid from Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Right? So, you know, I got big shoulders, but come on, man. Let's talk. Yeah. Let's talk the deal. So what's going on, Felix? Because I want to move.
Yeah.
What's going on?
You know, and aside from Donald Trump, we need to find a way to get a whole new breed. You know, get out all the old Republicans, the ones who are not doing the right thing.
Hey, look at Paul Ryan.
And get new blood. They keep saying, you know, when the country was founded, didn't they say it was designed for citizen statesmen?
I don't know, bro.
You know, and I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, because, you know, it's just I just find it very frustrating. I voted for John McCain, and I can't explain John McCain's politics. I voted for Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan. I can't explain Paul Ryan's politics. You know, and now I'm done with I'm done with all these established guys. I'm done with these politicians. I'm going with DT, Donald Trump, you know?
Of course. But again, unfortunately, one man is not the whole answer. We have to find a way.
But it starts with him.
Yes, you're right.
And you know, everybody's, you know, I'm getting, you know what happened to me this week? One of the New York Ted Cruz, the Ted Cruz group, they sent me a friend request.
Right.
I'm like, Frankie Russo? You know, no disrespect. You know, my brother Mark Levin, tremendous broadcaster, been doing this for a long time, longer than Frankie Russo, making a lot of bank, God bless him. I just don't agree with his position on Ted Cruz. I don't agree with it. I'm tired.
You and I had a lengthy conversation.
Yeah, and I'm tired of this. I'm tired of not, you know, is he American? People not born here wanting to be president. I'm tired of it. I don't care what legal concoction. I don't care. You know, Lawrence Tribe from Harvard said this. I want someone who's a natural-born citizen. And, you know, there's a debate. Is it someone born here to citizen parents? Is that what a natural-born citizen is? It has to be flushed out. It has to be interpreted. So why doesn't the United States Congress weigh in and have a 3-prong attack, like we said last week, and fix this thing? No. They'd rather have everybody be in the lurch, and I'm a Bertha because I question it. I'm a racist. I'm against the establishment. I'm against the Republican. I want, you know, you're going to let Hillary Clinton get in. That's another one that's coming out. This is crazy. Hey, Felix, thank you for the call, my brother.
Hey, Frankie, have a Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you next week.
Absolutely. God bless. 800-848-9222. Okay. What's poppin', Scotty from Penn State University? What's going on, my brother?
Frankie Russo, what's up?
How you doing? Listen, I'm sorry. I apologize about not. I honestly, I'm being very honest. I didn't promote your book.
I know.
I'm sorry.
You do eventually, Frankie. I trust you.
I just been so busy with the holidays and.
I know. I can't believe you're on live night. I'm so happy that you're live night. I thought you'd be taking the night off because being so close to the holidays.
Right? It's crazy. I love the, you know, I love the show. I love the work. So hey, you know, we got to keep going.
Well, you know what? I haven't made prompting until next year now, you know?
Yeah, my next show, it'll be 2016. Crazy stuff.
I know, that's cool. Okay, Frankie, you put me over whenever you get a chance and keep me in your prayers, okay?
Absolutely, Scott. God bless you. 800-848-9222. We got a Donald Trump commercial. Let's get him on again.
I'm Donald Trump, candidate for president, and I approve this message. All talk and no action politicians have let us down, and America is in deep trouble. But I'm going to change that. First, I'm self-funding my campaign. I'm not taking special interest money, and I've called on other candidates to disavow their super PACs, but none of them have done it, which means they'll be puppets for lobbyists, donors, and special interests. I'll negotiate new trade deals, and those deals, along with my plans to cut taxes for the middle class and businesses, will bring American jobs back right here where they belong. I'll rebuild our military and make it so strong that no one will ever mess with us. We'll stop illegal immigration, and yes, we will build a wall, and Mexico will pay for it. I'm the only candidate running who can't be bought. I'll do what the politicians won't. I'll produce. We will make America great again.
You used to call me on the cell phone.
Hey, listen, that's Donald Trump, and he's got a sense of humor, too. He's got a sense of humor.
Call me on the cell phone.
That's what I'm talking about, right? He's got a sense of humor. Donald Trump has a sense of humor. He's got a big heart. He's not this arrogant person, everybody, that some people want to portray him to be. But we need somebody tough, and that's what he is. 800-848-9222. I'm going to kick to Greg in New Jersey. What's popping, Greg?
Hey, Frankie, get my theme music, the Beastie Boys, No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's get this.
Welcome to the boardroom.
No sleep till. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I got no problem with the white. Hey, these white boys, I tell you, I love these white boys. Hey, please, my African American brothers, I love Biggie, so don't hate on Frankie Russo. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So what's going on, Greg?
Frankie, what's with that Middle Eastern guy jumping the fence at LaGuardia Airport and running on the runway and threatening one of the workers there and then disappearing? But they gotta have snipers at these airports.
Are you kidding me? When did this happen?
Just last week.
Bro, I tell you, man, I try to keep up with everything, and I'm like, I'm on my point with the mosques and everything. This guy, he jumped the fence at JFK?
No, I think it was at LaGuardia.
At LaGuardia? Wow.
And he made it all the way up to the runway, and a baggage handler confronted him and said, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And he said, "Shut up, don't say anything." And the guy tried to dial 911, but it's not connected to the Port Authority police. He dialed 911, got a hold of the NYPD, and they couldn't communicate fast enough to the Port Authority. And by the time the police showed up, the guy disappeared into the terminal.
Hey, brother, this is crazy, right? And like we're discussing for the last few weeks about this NYPD and dropping the NYPD comes out with this great report, which I love, and then you got the de Blasio and the crew, and before de Blasio, the dropping of the six Muslims came out and said that the NYPD is religiously profiling them. And they had to drop the surveillance. We need to surveil these mosques. We need to have surveillance. We need to have protection. We got 72 Department of Homeland Security employees on terrorist watch lists.
I know. I saw that up on Drudge.
Right?
Listen, we are in serious trouble because it's a fact that the Muslim Brotherhood, through CARE, has infiltrated into the highest levels of the government. They've been to the White House multiple times, and this is all, I tell you, after...
Do you understand... That's a great point. Do you understand that CARE, the Council of American Islamic Relations, was an unindicted co-conspirator of the greatest money laundering scheme for terror in this nation's history, the Holy Land Foundation trial? Yet...
Connected to Hamas.
Right. They are Hamas financing. Hamas is the militant, is the Palestinian branch of Muslim Brotherhood, National Counter-Terrorism Center website. You go there, you'll see it in black and white. Now, what's really crazy over here, my brother, and you're raising a tremendous point, the Holy Land Foundation trial, deemed by many lawmakers as being a groundbreaking case where we actually garnered a lot of information about Muslim Brotherhood through the FBI surveillance, the Title III surveillance, Laura Burns' testimony. Yet Eric Holder and the Justice Department, the Obama Justice Department, drops the charges. Why?
Frankie, because you know what? This is all Valerie Jarrett. After this is said and done, she has to go on trial, and she should be sent to Gitmo and waterboarded every day.
That's another thing. We should bring back waterboarding. No?
They do it to the Navy SEALs for training. It's not torture. McCain. That's why I was so upset with John McCain saying that waterboarding was torture when he knows that they give that to our own troops.
Hey, listen, they did it with Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. We got a lot of information out of that, and now if they streamline it the way they have it, where they document everything and they streamline it with the doctors, it could help us. Because what's happening, and it's really interesting, because I saw this documentary on Showtime. It's called Spy Masters, CIA in the Crosshairs. You got to check it out. It's on Showtime on demand, and they claim that we're killing through drone strikes too many of these radical Islamists.
Too many?
Too many. No, because you know why? We should be capturing them instead of just through the drone strikes. Because by killing them, we're not finding out the information that we need to further thwart. Because understand something, the numbers are being very underestimated as far as the radical Islamists and the radical Islamist sympathizers. We really don't know the numbers here.
You're right. We have no intel.
And we have no intel because under Obama, the drone strikes, the killings have been enormous. So guys like Yassin al-Suri, guys like Mushin Fadali, guys like al-Nashar from Kuwait, and he's from Syria, the what do you call it? The Islamic State of ISIS, right? The Islamic State of, they call it ISIL or ISIS or whatever. This Iranian, like for example, because on my pre-show I have this Al Qaeda Iran nexus, which is part of this Iranian global terror network that nobody really wants to concur and talk about. Yep. Where you got Al Qaeda in Iran, you got Hamas Iran, you got Afghan Taliban Iran, and ISIS Iran is there as well. So like, you know, this whole situation we're not really focused on, and quite frankly, it's a problem. And I agree with you 100%. And I know that we're getting off into different tangents over here, but everything is interconnected.
Exactly. You bring that to the table, Frankie. That's what you're good at. It's all connecting the dots. And Frankie, you brought something up in your opening monologue. Don't fall for this phony 10,000 families are going to be deported crap, because if they deport 10,000, they're going to bring in 100,000, 200,000. It's all window dressing.
Absolutely, Greg. And that's a great point. And thank you for the call. Merry Christmas to you.
Next week. Happy New Year, pal.
You too, my brother. Happy New Year. 800-848-9222. Greg raised a great point. You know, I believe it's a ruse because, quite frankly, they don't, you know, Obama is in his last year, and, you know, the truth be told, I believe the only thing that makes sense on this global terror network where Obama's getting a golden parachute, $150 billion back to Iran. Iran's in OPEC next year, the first quarter of 2016, they're going to be starting off producing 300 to 500 barrels a day, according to CNBC, the Citibank, Ed Morse, the commodities researcher. And then they're forecasting by the end of the year, they're going to be producing 1 million barrels of oil a day, Iran. Iran's going to be huge. Huge. Islamo-Nazis. Truth be told. 800-848-9222. We'll go to Donna in Long Island. What's poppin', Donna?
Hi, Frankie. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, too. What's going on?
I got a joke for you.
Okay.
What did Santa say to the Shah of Iran?
What did Santa say to the Shah of Iran?
Your boys are getting Rudolph.
You know what, quite frankly, the Shah of Iran owed at one point in time, the Shah of Iran owned 650 Fifth Avenue. 650 Fifth Avenue is 53rd Street and Fifth Avenue. And what happened was there was a big court case, and Judge Catherine Forrest ruled that 650 Fifth Avenue was owned by the Iranian government, and the Iranian government is the world's biggest state sponsor of terror. And what happened was they lost the building. It was seized by the United States government and forfeited 2014, the higher courts ruled for the first time in favor of the United States, and we kept the building. The Iranian mullahs tried to get the building back.
Oh my God!
That's the Shah of Iran. Started with the Shah of Iran when he got put in exile. The building 650 Fifth Avenue, so that's 53rd Street and Fifth Avenue. The mullahs, they were money laundering. They were sending it all through bank melody, which is deemed by United States Treasury Department as a proliferator of weapons of mass destruction, right under our noses.
I can't believe it.
Right, this is stuff that we, we're great Americans. We love our country. We can't trust our leadership no more. It's crazy stuff. Donna, thank you for the call.
Sure. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. 800-848-9222. This is the Frankie Russo Show. You got to join America's team and help America's team help the men and women of the United States Armed Forces. We're going to raise $50,000, and we're going to rent a few rooms, zero-based gravity chairs, some handheld biofeedback devices, and help the men and women of the United States Armed Forces deal with this post-traumatic stress disorder. We're going to hire some doctors, some nurses, and make it happen. 800-848-9222. We're going to kick to Dave in Bayonne, and then at 1:45, we're going to go to a Donald Trump commercial. What's up, Dave?
Hi, Frankie. I love your opening monologue, and I am a big Donald Trump supporter.
God bless you. Merry Christmas to you, my brother.
Hey, Frankie, that first caller, he is really a classic. He's really good. He always has good historical facts. And
absolutely. You talk about Felix, the truck driver?
The first caller.
I think was that Felix? Who was my first caller?
Yeah, he calls usually from Queens or Long Island.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
That was killed.
My brain. I'm 142. My brain is shot.
Hey, Frankie, there's rumors going around that Ray Kelly may run for mayor. Won't that be great?
That would be awesome. He did the radicalization in the West.
Yes.
You gotta check it out. Go to Radicalization in the West. The whole report. It's 92 pages.
Hey, Frank. A few weeks ago, James Kallstrom, he's the former FBI director.
Yeah, I heard. He's awesome.
New York City. He says we need a minimum of 1,000 new agents.
Wow.
And Obama's not giving him the money for it. He has two children in college in major cities. He's scared to death that something's going to happen.
It's crazy.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. And just look at San Bernardino and James Comey's tremendous head of the FBI. Yes. And he was talking about how on demand he is.
Yes.
And Obama tells us that he has his whole thing under control.
Unbelievable.
Right?
He's so incompetent.
And it's really concerning because we mentioned about it at the beginning of the show. We mentioned about it the last show how we're not surveilling the mosques anymore.
Right. And
you just go back, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but we just go back to the Blind Sheik.
Right.
The Blind Sheik's mosque.
Yeah.
The Jersey City Mosque with Muhammad.
Jersey City. It's the next town over from me. They were operating right there.
Right. And that mosque, Muhammad Al-Anudi.
Blind Sheik.
Right. The Blind Sheik, Ramni Youssef, Abu Alima. Abu Alima gets in through the farm, through the amnesty. He claimed that he was an immigrant farmer. He lies about being from South Carolina, and he's from freaking Egypt by way of Germany.
They told the FBI agents after the first bombing, we will knock these towers down, and they did it.
It's crazy, man. And it's
Frank,
unfortunate.
You're the best. You really have a lot of good stuff.
God bless you, man.
We have to get you more time on the radio.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much for the call. It's just, you're right, because we're down to 140. I'm like
enough, Frank.
I'm like 14. I'm like 14, 15 minutes left, and I'm trying to get as much information as I can on the air.
Merry Christmas, Frank.
God
bless
you.
Go on to the next caller. Thank you.
Thank you. 800-848-9220. Thank you for the call, my brother. Let's kick to Joey in New Jersey. What's poppin', Joe?
Frankie.
What's up, brother?
What's going on, Frankie? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, my brother.
Happy New Year.
I'm on the front end now because I got Trump commercial coming up at 45. So what's going on?
Listen, Donald Trump is going to have a difficult time, I think, because the Republican Party doesn't want this man in.
You're right.
You got to look at reality here also, Frankie. I mean, they're doing everything in their power to knock him out of the box.
I agree with you, Joe. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
I'm telling you. Then, if he gets nominated, it'll be a miracle. Believe me when I tell you.
For the grace of God, it would be amazing. I agree.
Look at this Jeb Bush with
Oh,
less
my
than
God.
3%, and he's still rocking and rolling. You know why? The money is behind him. That's the reason why. The reason why I think that Trump is great is because he is not controlled by anyone.
Absolutely.
That's his secret there to possibly getting the nomination.
Joe, great point, my brother. Absolutely, my brother, and that's part of the reason why we say when we go with Donald Trump, we're breaking the cycle.
That's right. I mean, I'll vote for him in a New York minute.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's no problem with him getting my vote. It's just that I really am not optimistic about him.
Well, let's stay optimistic until we get to let's get to 216.
I can do that.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for the call.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Here we go.
I'm Donald Trump, candidate for president, and I approve this message. All talk and no action politicians have let us down, and America is in deep trouble. But I'm going to change that. First, I'm self-funding my campaign. I'm not taking special interest money, and I've called on other candidates to disavow their super PACs, but none of them have done it, which means they'll be puppets for lobbyists, donors, and special interests. I'll negotiate new trade deals, and those deals, along with my plans to cut taxes for the middle class and businesses, will bring American jobs back right here where they belong. I'll rebuild our military and make it so strong that no one will ever mess with us. We'll stop illegal immigration, and yes, we will build a wall, and Mexico will pay for it. I'm the only candidate running who can't be bought. I'll do what the politicians won't. I'll produce. We will make America great again.
Listen up. Donald Trump, all right?
We're pumping the Trump tonight. Let's kick to Rick in Yonkers. We're winding down here.
Pump the Trump.
Oh, Frank?
What's up, Rick?
Trump is here to stay.
I hope you're right, my brother. I'm supporting DT, baby.
Merry Christmas, Frank.
What's up, my brother? Merry Christmas. Thank you, my brother. You too, man.
You know what? There's a story out there. I see it on Channel 11.
Right.
And it's 16 ships. I don't know if you know about this.
No, what's 16
I don't think
ships?
anybody knows about it. I don't hear about it nowhere. 16 ships were found with dead people on the ships.
Really?
From North Korea.
Wow.
And Japan is questioning it.
Really?
What is it? What's going on? I'm serious, Frank. I swear to my
obviously,
I swear to God, man.
North Korea is also considered by National Counterterrorism Center website as a.
Are they trying to make a weapon that we don't know about? And
Who knows?
Killing people,
State sponsor of terror as well. I mean, North Korea is a bad. That dictator is nuts. The
whole world's nuts.
I agree.
The whole world's nuts. Russia's building 2 nuclear power plants in Iran now. I seen that too on the bottom clip. No, I swear to God.
In Iran.
I'm telling you things.
And then Putin entered into a $1 billion oil deal with Iran in 2014.
Exactly, he's making deals.
Went around the Western sanctions.
Did you hear about the B-52 bomber?
What happened with that?
They were flying over the China Sea, I think, and the Chinese jets went by and said they would blow it up. Get out of the area. They had their Pony Island.
I tell you, my brother, quite frankly, it's unfortunate, but everything's pointing toward a world war.
Ready to fall apart, Frank.
Yeah, I agree, and unfortunately, we're not providing. Our leadership in the White House is not providing any leadership.
No, he's in Hawaii having fun now.
Right, quite frankly, the only thing that makes sense is that he's a Muslim from Indonesia, Barry Soetoro. I'm saying this with a straight face because I really believe it.
I'm serious too. He went to a madrasa.
Yeah, and he's AKA Barack Hussein Obama, Christian from Chicago, which he's not, and now he's metamorphosizing into this shore of Iran, $150 billion back to Iran. Yeah, Iran's going to be huge. We're putting them up on horseback, and he's getting a point of that money, $1.5 billion on the back end in some Qatari national bank or some Iraqi bank somewhere, and under some lawyer's name, and that's what's going on. And between John Kerry and Hillary Clinton, who's part of this whole scenario, it's amazing to me. Don't you find it? But Rick, don't you find it kind of crazy that Hillary Clinton's still able to run for president?
I don't even know
all the stuff that she's done.
Like I said, Donald Trump is here to stay. He's going to win our election.
That's what I'm talking about, Rick. Thank you for the call, man.
Are you mad at me?
Never. I just want. I got like 10 minutes left. I want to
Okay, I'll let you go.
God bless you, Rick. 800-848-9222. I want to get a chick on, you know. I'm going to get Lisa on. Lisa from Long Island. I haven't heard from her in a while. She likes to sing me some nice songs from Merry Christmas.
Hi, Frankie.
What's up, Lisa? How you doing?
Hi, good. Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much. How's everything?
Good. I have a question.
You too, Merry Christmas.
You're the caller in the beginning.
Right.
You said that he wrote a book, Scott. What's the book about?
Honestly, I don't really. I don't know.
Can you find out, please?
Yeah, I have the book.
Interested.
You want? I have the book on my social media.
All right, but maybe you should
I
talk
did
about
blog
I'm
it.
Curious.
Yeah,
All right.
I did blog it. He's a nice guy. He calls me up and he asked me to blog his book. He's
Yeah,
from.
you should do that. I'm curious what it's about.
I did blog it a couple of times. I just haven't blogged it recently. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. You got to get a secretary then.
I got to get something right. So how's everything? Merry Christmas to you.
Yes, you too. Did you ever hear that Christmas song, Frankie's Christmas Wish?
No, I never heard that. Can I hear it? I'd like to hear it.
You never heard it?
No, I never did.
You want to hear it?
I would love to hear it.
Okay, here it is. He's sweeter than a candy cane and naughty when it counts. He's cute and cuddly like the Easter bunny. Right. So Santa, put under my tree something that'll satisfy me. An extended Frankie Russo show. And Santa, if you do, I promise his audience will grow. Boy, will it grow.
I'm blushing.
So, Santa, before you leave and go up my chimney, please have some spumoni and my homemade Zappalis.
Nice.
That's the Christmas wish.
Oh, thank you so
It'll
much.
be your year, Frankie, 2016.
Lisa, thank you so much for the call. God bless you. Thank you for the call.
Okay, and find out about the book.
I promise.
Are you going to be on next week?
Yeah, with the grace of God, I will be.
Okay, great.
2016.
Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, everybody.
You too. God bless you. Great call. Lisa made my night. That was very nice. Very nice.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Lisa. 800-848-9222. Let's go to Rocco in Morris Park. That was a great call. What's popping, Rocco?
Hey, how's it going, Frank? Hey, Frankie, listen, when you people that call your names, don't even pay no attention to them, you know?
Thank you.
They're either jealous of you, and sometimes when the broads start bothering you like that, they really like you, just to let you know. You know that stuff anyway.
Yeah, but it's nice. You know, it's nice to hear, you know, when people talk positive, because I listen to a lot of negative stuff, and, you know, it's nice to hear something positive, too, you know?
Of course.
Especially from a young lady. It makes you feel good. I'm not going to lie. It makes me feel young again. I like to be young, right?
Right. Now, you're young at heart, man.
Absolutely. What's up, my bro?
And, you know, talking about singing there, that Donald Trump, he reminds me of little Bobby Darin. Picture Trump snapping his fingers and singing Splish Splash or something.
He used to call me on the cell phone.
Hey, don't you love Donald Trump? And he's got a personality, too, right? Hey, you see his daughters? Aren't they beautiful? Oh, my God.
Of course.
He's got a beautiful family. Oh, my God.
Donald Trump doesn't have, after the election's over, Donald Trump is not to worry about nothing. These other guys, they got to do the, they got to worry about where they're going to get their next job from. That's the way that,
I love Donald Trump. I think it'd be great. He'd break the cycle of retreads and like Clintons and Bushes and all these crazy loonies. And we got a guy like Donald Trump in there. He'd be telling them what to do, no?
You're fired.
I hope he's paying you for those commercials, frankly. You know what? You got to realize, too, inside America, man, everybody's buying up America. The Chinese are buying up
Yeah, that's
America.
true. Saudi Arabia, I saw, is buying up stuff. Oh, my God.
Also, let me tell the people, too, the Iranians aren't the only ones who have an atomic plant being built. There's other countries that have plans to build them, and they are building them now, too, you know? So it's not unusual for this to take place all over the world. I was trying to tell those knuckleheads about 10 years ago, they were saying, why don't they bomb Iran? They're putting up the plan. I said, you got to realize the Russians are building the plan for them. That means you're going to bomb the Russians in there, right? And they weren't going to do that. So they made a big scene, a big show for the last 10 years. And now the plant is built. They don't use their heads. That's the biggest problem.
Well, Rocco, you know, in all due respect, it's quite frankly the lack of leadership. Bill Clinton, when Clinton was president, North Korea became Similar policies were invoked the way Obama invoked with Iran, Bill Clinton invoked with North Korea, and North Korea became nuclear. Now, according to Lee Smith from the Weekly Standard, he came out, Iran already has the bomb. And his contention is, if North Korea has the bomb, which they show that they have some sort of nuclear capability, so does Iran. And they use the same policy. Very lax, very lenient, because Iran has nuclear capability. And Obama's getting something back in return. He's getting that one. He's sending that 150 back to Iran, and he's got his golden parachute now. When he leaves in 1 year, $1.5 billion. Hillary Clinton wants to get in there now. She's going to do the same thing that Obama did. She's going to make certain that these policies that Obama put forth, she's talking about spending trillions of dollars. Where she's going to get it, I have no idea.
Yeah, but you got to realize the world's got their eyes on America. They realize, this is what I'm going to say to you truthfully. They see that we can't even take care of our own country.
That's right.
We let people come in here and take over our country and push us around. They laugh at us. And also, an atomic bomb, I mean, it's not like lighting a firecracker either. Those people over there, they're knuckleheads too. I could picture them like blowing themselves up, or the thing just being a big dud.
Well, I don't know, my brother. You know, Israel has a bomb, but Israel uses it's for deterrence.
Israel has like 300 of them too. So
Iran, it's different. Iran has shown, just to let you understand, Iran was heavily sanctioned economically, on the books anyway. They were involved with the smuggling of oil, and now they're going back on the books with OPEC. But Iran was heavily sanctioned. And what happened? The centrifuges still went up. They were starving. They didn't care whether their people got taken care of. They had the coup d'etat in 2009. Obama sat on his hands. They did a coup d'etat over there. The Quds Force made certain that the elections went the way they were going to go. I mean, this is a regime. These are the Islamo-Nazis, whether people want to realize it or not. And my brother, thank you for the call. I'm under 5.
And they bombed the USS Stark too. Don't forget.
That's right, the USS Cole. They talk about the USS.
They bombed the Stark too.
I got to check that out. I know they were involved. They materially supported the USS Cole with Sudan. That came out in district court papers. The Crowbar Towers, the U.S. embassies in Eastern Africa, from Kenya to Nairobi, all of those embassies and all of those military bases that were blown up on terrorist attacks were all materially supported by Iran.
They bombed the Stark in '87 because in '86 was Iran-Contra. I
got to check that out. I'm going to talk about that next week. I'm going to check that out.
When I say it, it's gold, Frankie.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for the call. Merry Christmas. 800-848-9222. I'm under 3. Let's kick to Bill in Manhattan. What's poppin', Bill?
Hey, Frankie. Thanks for taking the call.
Absolutely.
A little update on the Irish anchor baby up in Wisconsin, Paul Ryan.
Oh, my gosh.
The bill that they signed a little over a week ago, it has a little Christmas present for the refugees. Each refugee will get, upon arrival, $1,000. It's in the bill.
Are you serious?
It's in the bill.
Where did you see that?
You have to download the 2,100 pages, but it's in the bill.
2,100 pages. That's what I'm saying, too. 2,100 pages. It's unconscionable. Yeah. Unbelievable.
And not only that, I'm sure you're aware of the great conservative writer, Michelle Malkin. She has a book out.
She's awesome.
Sold out. And it tells you about Paul Ryan in 1994 when he colluded with Pelosi and a bunch of them, with Bill Clinton, with the immigration thing. He's not a conservative Republican. He's an overthrow from the Democrat Party. That's all he is, Brian.
It's unfortunate, and he went along with this $1.1 trillion.
And by the way, could I give you his office number? Because I've been calling 202-225-0600. That's 202-225-0600. I called his office a week ago Thursday 8 times.
And what they say to you?
You get the recording. But I was very personable. I said, have a nice life and everything.
You didn't ask to speak
I just said, you're a traitor. You're a traitor.
You didn't ask to speak to the staff? Maybe the chief?
You get some college kid that's probably going to Marquette or something.
But it's good, though.
You get all these liberals. And by the way, also, I'm a birther, and I also have MD after my name. That certificate is not worth the parchment that it was put on of the Kenyan anchor baby. Because, first of all...
He's really an anchor baby? Is he really?
The Kenyan anchor baby.
Oh, that's Palmer. You're talking about Palmer.
Yeah. Well, the fearless leader that's in Honolulu. And I'm not afraid of the FBI or the CIA. By the way, I worked for them years ago when I was an undergraduate. Not the FBI, but another numbered agency when I got out of the Army. And
well, God bless you. Thank you for your service, my brother.
Now, that's minor. But hey,
Bill, I'm getting out of here, my brother. Thank you for the call. God bless you. This is the Frankie Russo Show. Listen, stay on the air, and I'll talk to you after the show, okay? Can't keep up with this. You can't keep up with this. You can't, no way. Frankie Russo, I'll see you in 2016.
Broadcasting from the new Fat Lost Studios. WPLJ HD3, New York. The legendary 77 WABC. New York, a Cumulus station. News now.
Weather mayhem, presidential greetings. I'm Bart Eckert. It's been a wet and wild